Ready? But before you leave, can you do the intro with me?
Yeah, 1 second.
Oh my god. It fell. Okay. Let's try this again. Welcome back, Camille. Where are we going, Landon?
To Texas.
We're going to Texas.
What?
We are driving 12 hours to Dallas, Texas to celebrate Thanksgiving with Landon's family. Right now, you guys are on a little suction cup suctioned to the window of my car. This is what the setup looks like. I just broke my nail. Love that for me. It is 12:12 right now, and we're estimated to get there at around midnight. Of course, Collette is with us in the back seat. She is just chilling. We are gonna get McDonald's first and have a mini mukbang because I am hungry. What did I do to my nail?
How?
I just broke it.
Like right now?
Yeah.
You need to get that fixed.
Mm-hmm.
What can I get for you today?
What would you like?
Oh, a Big Mac meal.
Can I have one Big Mac meal, large, or, and it's gonna be a large? What kind of drink?
What to drink?
Water.
Oh, water. And then can I get a 10-piece, chicken nugget meal, a medium with a Dr. Pepper?
All right, that's going to bring you to 1646 at the first window. Thank you. Please pull around.
Thank you.
How are you gonna eat chicken nuggets when you're driving?
How am I gonna eat anything when I'm driving?
Well, chicken nuggets is like the hardest thing to eat, let
No, it's
alone
finger
while
food.
driving. Okay, but you have like sausage.
I'm not gonna use sauce.
That? Your chicken nuggets. My Big Mac. And my pickles. This thing does not work very well. It keeps falling. It says it's not even supposed to be able to hold up more than a pound, and my camera is probably like 2 pounds. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and return it to Best Buy when we get back. But anyways, I'm just gonna give up on the whole tripod situation, and we're just gonna hold the camera. This gets a 0 out of 10 for me. All right, time to get into the tea, the reason you clicked on this video. So for everyone who is new here and might not know much about our story, I'll give you a little background information. I grew up in Hawaii. I moved to Texas when I was 12, and I met Landon when I was 14, and we lived right down the street from each other. Landon has lived in Texas his whole life. When I was 16, he got me pregnant, and a few months later, I moved to Florida. Like I said, I was 16, so I really didn't have much of a choice in the matter. My parents wanted to move to Florida, so we moved to Florida, and I said goodbye to Landon, and we did long distance for 1 year. So during my pregnancy and the first 3 months of Colette's life, I lived in Florida and Landon lived in Texas, and we just visited each other as much as we could during all the breaks, during spring break and fall break and summer. At the beginning of summer, Landon came down to Florida to visit us, and he ended up never going back, and he moved into my mom's house, and we lived there together for a few months. Eventually, we got enough money to move out and live on our own, so at the age of 17, we moved out into an apartment. My dad technically owns this apartment. It's under his name because, like I said, we're only 17, and that's where we're living right now. It's a 1-bedroom apartment with a living area, a small little kitchen, and a small little bathroom, and that's really it. The second we moved into that place, we kind of knew that we wanted a bigger place as soon as our lease is up, which is in April. Up until a few weeks ago, we were just planning on moving to a bigger place in Florida after our lease was up, but we really got to thinking and talking about it, and we just don't really like Florida. It's not a great place to raise a family, especially in the area that we live. We live in Destin, and it's just very touristy, and I just feel like it's so fake. It's just like a fake little town. Not a lot of people actually live there. There's not much of a community, and it's a lot of just coming and going as far as all the tourists and everything. So it's really hard to make friends when no one's actually permanently here. And it's just not a great place to raise a family, and we don't want to raise our daughter here. So we kind of came to the conclusion that we don't really want to live in Florida. And then we started looking around. We looked at maybe Hawaii. We looked at other places in Florida. We looked at Colorado. We just looked everywhere, and we're trying to find a place that we want to raise Collette. And we knew that when we moved, we would be moving into the place that we want to stay for a long, long time. Like I said earlier, me and Landon are both kind of from Texas. He grew up there. I lived there for quite a while. Plus, his family is still there, so it was a consideration, but just based on all my history there, I don't really want to live there. Dallas specifically, a lot of bad stuff happened while I was living there, and there's a lot of bad memories associated with that area. But we started looking around at places in Texas that aren't Dallas, and actually before we moved to Florida, my family was thinking about moving to Austin. Me and Landon have visited there together before, and we loved it, and it's a great place to raise a family. And there's a very good sense of community there, and there's a better sense of community. Why can't I say that? There's a better sense of community.
Just say come, not cam.
There's a better sense of community in Austin, we feel like. So like I said, our lease ends in April, but we are just ready to move. We're ready to settle down and move in to the place that we're gonna live for a long time. And we know that Florida's not it, and it just doesn't feel like home. There's another big reason why we want to get out of Florida as soon as possible, but I can't really talk about it until after we move out of Florida, so you're gonna have to wait on that. But yeah, just know that there's a very big reason why we want to move as soon as possible. So yeah, we're trying to move as soon as possible, but like we said, we're 17, so you can't really buy a house and move and do all that when you're 17. So we have to wait until we're 18, which is in February, which is in 3 months. So basically, we're moving in 3 months. The second we turn 18, we're getting our butts out of Florida and moving to Austin, Texas. Also, my sister is going to be moving to Austin as well with her boyfriend. So that's another big reason why we want to move to Austin, is to be close with my sister, because she was planning on moving to Texas anyways before we even decided that. And when my brother graduates high school, he also plans on moving to Austin and going to college there as well. So in the long run, eventually most of my family is going to end up being in Texas. All of Landon's family is in Texas, and on my dad's side of the family, my grandparents and all my aunts and uncles live in Tyler, Texas. So we are moving away from my family, my mom and dad, but there's a whole lot of family in Texas, so we're gonna be just fine. And we will still be visiting Florida quite often. My family does live here, so it's not like we're saying goodbye to Florida forever. It's a great place to vacation, it's just not a great place to live. So we're gonna rent for a year in Austin and make sure that it's 100% where we wanna live and where we want our kids to go to school, and basically where we just wanna raise our family. So yeah, we're gonna rent a 2-bedroom, probably like a townhouse or a condo, maybe a house, we'll see. But we need at least a 2-bedroom, because me, Landon, and Collette in that tiny little bedroom is not gonna work for very much longer. Colette's getting older, we need our space. So yeah, 2 bedrooms at least. When we buy, we definitely want at least a 4-bedroom. We wanna have lots of kids, so we're gonna need a lot of bedrooms. But yeah, after living in Austin for a year, renting, we plan on buying a house in Austin, Texas. So we're gonna spend the next year of our lives saving up for a house. We are so excited to move, and another little surprise, we're gonna be visiting Austin during our trip to Texas. So we're gonna stay with Landon's family for about a week, and then we're gonna drive down to Austin and stay there for a day or two, and then we're gonna head over to Houston and visit Allie, and then we're gonna head back home. And I'm just so excited to finally get our lives officially just started. Settling down in the place that we're gonna stay, getting married, maybe having another baby sometime soon. Not super soon, after we get married. But yeah, it just feels like this is the right thing to do, and our life is just really starting, a new beginning. So yeah, that's kind of all we really have to say about that. And we're moving to Austin!
Woohoo!
We finally made it back to Texas, back to Landon's old room. It was a long drive, it was a hard drive, but I feel like it gets easier every time we make the drive, and it wasn't that bad, and Chloe's a really good baby, so we're very lucky. I love staying with Landon's parents because they have like a 4-bedroom house, and we finally get our own bedroom for once, and we're not all cooped up in one bedroom. Good for my sanity. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, Camille. Yeah, never mind. She decided she couldn't be away from us for even one night. So I'm gonna sleep with Mama and Dada tonight in the big old bed. Good night. See you in the next video, Camille.
Are you listening